What's up everyone, Queen Goddess Gaming here, and this is my farewell video for Ark Survival Evolved. Over the years, this game has brought me so much joy, so much pain, so much love, and friends that I will never forget and will always hold dear and close to me, and I will continue to love them every day. I'm going to be making this video just touring the last builds. Minded they're not the prettiest because I've neglected them for months, but it's time for me to shut my service down for the server, and I just got a lot of things going on in life. Hurricane Ian came by. It took my home away from me, and my car, and it's just too much to really take on a game that requires a lot of time. I do play other games. It's just Ark's just too time consuming, and on top of that, it's coming to a close for me. So 7 wonderful years in this game. I've learned many things. I've learned how to become an exceptional builder. I met wonderful people such as Aaron Longstaff and Fire Pumpkin and Peaches and Cream and You Were a Monkey and Gingy. I've met so many people, I couldn't just list them all off. Doverex, yes, Doverex. I just love each and every one of them, and I will continue to be their friend from now on. I will be making a video about other stuff that's happened in my life in the past few months between Ian and stuff, and about a year ago I finally got my first suit made, and I've been doing cons and stuff like that as well, and I have started my own business, breeding snakes on the side, along with me working 45 hours a week at Burger King. I just have a lot on my plate. So I'm going to mute my mic now, and I'm just going to slowly go through all these builds. I'm not going to really do tours, I'm just literally going on the outsides. These builds were inspired and originated by Aaron Longstaff, Cypher Sam, and a few others we all know. I just put my own twist upon them. I hope they like them. I hope they watch this video. If you do, please shout out in the comments. Love you all so very much. Here we go. So this location on my Ark server is the starting area. This here was the community center, and whenever someone new in the server came around, I would give them the starter hut full of goodies like starter gear and a bunch of cryopods and stuff so they could have it right off the bat. This was the community center. It was just a place for people to hang out, buy stuff. The stuff I have locked in this room for them to do. And then downstairs is the basement area where I would keep stuff for events. Each one of these little huts was carefully thought out. Just enough to get them going. And on the bottom they could actually sell their goods if they wanted to, sell their animals and stuff. So it was like a little town for them. Give this one a moment to load in. Let me turn this off real quick. So this base was actually inspired by one of Aaron Longstaff's builds. I took the top part of it, and I just expanded on the bottom. The bottom has a nice pull-in garage, small enough for Ankies to fit into. a crafting area, storage area, animal area, feeding area, beer area. Go upstairs. I usually have a lot of plants going on. You go in here. Beautiful kitchen area. Dining room. Working bathroom. This all hides the cooking and cooking storage needs. Oh, that doesn't hide that. And then this is the kitchen area, followed by, we all hate them, that, the ichthyorhynchus. And I also put the dodo out for like running away, like, you're next! Dodo's like, no! This room here, I didn't really do anything with it. I was going to turn it into a fish aquarium. This here is the guest room. And it goes around on the balcony. So there's guest room, and then here is the master bedroom. It's got storage as well for your dinos, your personal dinos, and more things. So this also has a, oh, I forgot the greenhouse area. So the greenhouse area is literally accessible through the house. Come out here and you get your goodies. It also has a small balcony out back where you could land your bird and unload some items and or fill up your forge. Also on the bottom, there's a ladder here. You could park your Ankies. You could go in here to the storage area and the unit area, and also open it from here and put in things in your incubation area right here. Back door, back porch, nice little lanai area, place to park a drake. A rock drake would fit there just fine. On to the next build. It's over here. Yeah. I think this one here was Cypher Sam's original build. He built it near the water. So instead, I decided to build it on a cliffside because it's just homey feeling. I added, because the fjord hawk is like one of my favorite creatures now, it has a actual cage for fjord hawks onto it. And below is all storage and crafting, along with you can get up in here and put things in your forge. Greenhouse area and a place to park your bat. So without ado, let me start this tour. This is like a little guest area or an area you can put your little dinos. Over here is the living room area, the dining room area, a small mini bar area, and places to put your stuff. Little kitchenette. Never really got around to putting in decorations for that, because I gave this to one of my admins and they never got around to just putting stuff on the display or coloring it to their colors. So we go up here and we have the trophy room, the master bedroom. I did have plants in here and it looked like a little mini aquarium. It was amazing. This is all done on Xbox. This is more storage rooms. Plenty of storage space for your personal items to keep those pesky tribe mates away. The back porch, you got 2 ways down. A place to park your lion mane if you wanted to. A place to go get your fjord hawk straight out of the cage. Also a place you could put random stuff if you wanted to. Little stables you can put your horses in. And over here is another area you could put another animal. Then you got your 2 stairs going down. You got your greenhouse. And then you have your under storage. Plenty of storage. Plenty, plenty, plenty. Thing is with my building, I don't build for just looks, I build for practicality and usefulness. Let's just go to the next one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where that leads. I think this is the one. Yes, it is. Oh, what a pretty Tabajara. So this house was inspired by Samson, Cypher Sam. Yeah, Cypher Sam, that was him, on cue, on cue. It features this beautiful backdrop. Storage area underneath, you can park a few small animals. Also have a tech shield, it covers the entire thing. Plenty of storage. So going into this build, it does have some benches. This was actually supposed to be an auctioned off build for the players in the server. You got a little bathroom here. You got some places to cook. You got your living room, your drums. Up here is the bedroom, trophy room, a little bit extra storage. Balcony you could get on too. You could park at RG there or Griffin. Beautiful little bed. Place you can come out and just sit and watch the day go by. Beautiful scenery. Already been out there. So if you go out the back door, there's 2 back doors. There's one right here and one over there. You come out this area, you'll get a beautiful shot at the mushrooms and the large place. You get a picnic table. This is an area you could park your Inky. You could park a few birds up here if you wanted to. You could park your Inky here and just open the door and you got your place to put your metal. It's very practical to use. You got your baby hatching area and your teleporter here. It's one of my favorite builds. Small, practical, not super laggy, and at night the beautiful flowers, you can just see them right through here. Beautiful skylight, beautiful. One of my favorite builds that I've done. Okay. Before we get into this build, I need to go over to another build that I had gave somebody on the server, a very dear friend of mine. His name's Coco. this guy cried when he seen this build because it reminded him so much of his childhood. And he is one of my besties. I love him to pieces. Just give it a moment to load. I can't really get into this build, so I'm going to be just ghosting into this build because it's under his tribe. So here it was built with the trees and the waterfall. His two favorite dinos. Your front door leads into the kitchen. Bathroom. There he is right there. Trophy room. There's storage in those closets. Like always, I try to hold storage. A place for him to park a Griffin and an RG. Place for him to come out and chill and hang. And of course, signature greenhouse that goes into the outback, which this is leading into the forge. He liked jumping off his roof, so I gave him a little board. You can come down here and you can swim and sit in the water. Then you can also go from the front, another little area you could park another bird. You go from the front and you come right here. Oh, and here's your storage area right here. Plenty of storage, crafting needs. Followed by out here is the hatching area and the teleporting area. Now onto the last build that I actually completed on this server. Everyone that played in my server for a long time got one of these builds as an upgrade to the starter bases, because some of the people in the server would just live in the starter bases, or they just want something closer, because this was going to be the new shop area. It is beautiful at night. I wanted to wait till last to put it on nighttime so you could see it. It's made in this beautiful lagoon. It's a huge build, inspired by Pilgrim's project. So get into it, because I didn't really get to finish this build before things went down, and it's too much effort to do right now. So here we have the bathroom area, the kitchen area, out here is the greenhouse, of course, that leads out to the outback. And this also leads to the outback and downstairs into the storage area. So, I seen somebody on Facebook with a similar tower. I built this tower, and as you can see, gotcha crystals just fall on down, and you can gather them up here, and it keeps people from taking them from you. This also leads out back to the lower level. Let me go back upstairs. Oh, I'm trying to get on the wrong side. Ah. Okay, so let's go upstairs. So upstairs is the spare bedroom, which is the bedroom where people can stay with you. Trophy area. And the master bedroom. You got a beautiful skylight to see the waterfall. Then you have your, of course, signature balcony to put a bird on. Now, heading out back. We have this out back here where you could just go and look at the gotcha tower, see how it's working. See, they're dropping down right there. You could also access it from right here. You could just get in here, get all your jewels. You access here, you can take care of your snails. It's given the gotcha paste to them and stuff for them to pick up. Which, this here is a very efficient way. The gotchas don't eat the cement and paste. So the snails drop the cement and paste. The gotchas pick it up. You have metal or stone in the gotchas. They eat that. But, hold up. Look at all that cement and paste you get over time. Amazing. So these, I think, are 16 apart or 18 apart to make sure they work properly. You got a cute little way down. That's the way to get in the shop from the back way. This is a way in case you fall in the water, you can get back in real quick. This was for an event. I don't know why it's still sitting here. You got your swimming pool. Oh yeah, you got a swimming pool. You got a place to sit in the swimming pool, look up the pretty waterfall. And you got your, this was going to be the shop area. You got your bar and pub. You got your diving board. Whee. And then of course you have your cottages that I made people who had stayed in the server. And I was going to keep on going until I got all the way around this lake. This server was an 18 slot server. We were about to have 18 houses around this lake. It was going to be beautiful. I wanted something unique, something odd. So this was going to upgrade their shops so they could sell more. They each had their own boat they could go fishing in. I would put a lot of fish in here every week and they could come fishing. This would be the fishing area. If they didn't want to fish on their boats, they could come out here, park their boats, get on here, fish. Glue up pretty. I had extra canoes and 2 ways to get across completely over here to the my hatching area. And then of course place that leads all the way down. I'm going to just take you into one of these real quick so you get to see what it was like inside. So these were actual functioning miniature bases made of people's colors. So you have all that. You have an outback. You have a place to hatch eggs. Of course, this is a wyvern trench right there, so I had that up for safety reasons for them. They were all pin coded to the person's digits. Of course, we have cryo fridges, plenty. We have storage. My stuff stacks up to be thousands and thousands, so you don't really require much storage on this server. And then, of course, more storage. So that's pretty much how that little setup was for everybody, and absolutely was beloved. And then over here we have, this was my friend Brian's idea, a claw machine. So each dodo had goodies in it, and it had sometimes some of them would have dinos in it. And each dodo would have goodies in it. So their job was to get on this bird, pick up a dodo without dropping it, and placing it in this trap door right here. And once they got 3, I gave everybody 3 tries, and then they could buy more tries if they want. you'd come out here and you would just open it for them, which the way I have it, it opens. Where's the code? There we go. It would open it for them to get out, and it would open this for them to drop the dodo through. And of course, my bouncy house. I built this originally for one of the architects events on a whim, and everybody seemed to really love it, so I built it for my server as well. So let me show this at nighttime real quick. Stop that. It's breathtaking. Look at the pretty waterfall. Well, anyway, I want to thank you all for this Ark journey that we have been on. I may return one day with inspiration, but I don't see it happening. Unless Ark 2 really takes off for me, I don't really see it happening either. I do play a new dinosaur game. It's an MMO and it's cross-platforms. It's Path of Titans. I do have a server for that as well. It's a 100-slot server. You're welcome to come join. There is few rules to it. There's 3 PvE areas and the rest of it's PvP. But I'm just way too busy for Ark anymore. Time consuming making these builds. I love you all so very much and thank you for the support all over the years. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart through all that we have been through the friendships that I have forged. Thank you all so much from my heart. I love you all. I might be posting videos and stuff of me going to fur cons, comic cons, pictures of me at comic cons and stuff. I'll be probably making videos of snakes maybe, I don't know on that part. I'll be doing some short videos of my fursuits. I also am doing crafting now. I do resin casting, I do knitting. But I'm just trying to get stuff together. Next year I'm going to be going to a big megaplex, they call it, which is a convention for furries. I'll have to introduce you to my main fursuit. Her name is Jewel. She is a cobra, and she is absolutely amazing. She helped bring myself out in public a little bit better, and I've got over 3,000 followers on TikTok with her. I'm gonna be posting the link in the description below if you want to follow me on TikTok. Thank you so very much for all your support over the years. Stick around, and I might return. Thank you all so very much. Queen Goddess out.